Hi, everyone, and welcome back. We are up to day 9 of the magic. Day 9 is the money magnet. It is only with gratitude that life becomes rich. Gratitude is riches and complaint is poverty. It's the golden rule of your whole life, whether it's your health, job, relationships, or money. The more grateful you can be for the money you have, even if you don't have very much, the more riches you will receive. And the more you complain about money, the poorer you become. Today's magical practice turns one of the biggest reasons people complain about money into an act of gratitude. And so it has double the power to change the circumstances of your money. You'll be replacing a complaint, which makes you poorer, with gratitude, which magically brings you riches. Most people would think they complain about money, but there is a lack of money in their life. They are complaining without realizing it. Complaining happens through people's thoughts as well as the words, and most people aren't aware of the thoughts in their heads. Any complaining, negative, jealous, or worried thoughts or words about money are literally creating poverty. And of course, the biggest complaints come when money has to be paid out. If you don't have enough money, paying your bills can be one of the most difficult things to do. It can seem like there is a greater stream of bills than there is money to pay them. But if you complain about your bills, then what you really are complaining about is money, and complaining keeps you in poverty. If you don't have enough money, the last thing you would normally do is feel grateful for your bills. But in fact, that's exactly what you have to do to receive more money in your life. You have to have a rich life. You must be grateful for everything to do with money, and begrudging your bills is not being grateful. You must do the exact opposite, which is be grateful for the goods or services you've received from those who build you. It is such a simple thing to do, but it will have a monumental effect on the money in your life. You will literally become a money magnet. To be grateful for a bill, think about how much you've benefited from the services or goods on that bill. If it's a payment for rent or a mortgage, be grateful that you have a home and that you're living in it. What if the only way you can live in a home was by saving up all the money and paying cash for it? What if there was no such thing as a lending institute or places to rent? Most of us would be living on the street. So be grateful for the lending institutions or your landlord, because they have made it possible for you to live in the home or apartment. If you're paying a bill for gas, electricity, think about the heating and cooling you received, the hot showers, and every appliance that you were able to use because of that service. If you're paying a phone or internet bill, imagine how difficult your life would be if you had to travel vast distances to talk to each person individually. Think about how many times you've been able to call family and friends, send and receive emails, or access information instantly through the internet because your service provider. All of these remarkable services are at your fingertips. So be grateful for them, and be grateful that the companies trust you by providing their services before you have even paid for them. Ever since I discovered the phenomenal power of gratitude, I write the magic words, "Thank you, paid," on every bill as I pay it, and I never miss a single one. At the beginning, when I didn't have the money to pay a bill, I would still use gratitude's magical power and would instead write across the bill, "Thank you for the money." Then when I had the money to pay it, I would add, "Thank you, paid." Today you're going to do the same. Take any currently unpaid bills you have and use gratitude's magical power by writing across them, "Thank you for the money," and feel grateful for having the money to pay the bill, whether you have it or not. If you receive and pay most of your bills online, then when you receive an online bill, forward it to yourself as an email and write in the subject line in capital bold letters, "Thank you for the money." Next, find 10 bills that you've paid in the past and write across the front of each one the magic words, "Thank you, paid." As you write on each bill paid, feel as grateful as you possibly can that you had the money to pay the bill. The more gratitude you can harness for the bills that you've paid, the more money will magically magnetize to you. From this day forward, you can make it your regular practice that whenever you pay a bill, you briefly think about the great services you've received from that bill and write across the face of that bill the magic words, "Thank you, paid." And if you don't have the money to pay a bill, use gratitude's magical power and write, "Thank you for the money," and feel it as if you're saying thank you because you have the money to pay the bill. Feeling gratitude for the money that you've paid out guarantees you will receive more. Gratitude is like a magnetic golden thread attached to your money. So when you pay money out, the money always returns to you. Sometimes equally, sometimes tenfold, sometimes a handful, hundredfold. The abundance you receive back depends not on how much money you give, but on how much gratitude you give. You could have so much with gratitude when you pay a bill for $50 that you could receive back $100. Magic practice number 9. The magic practice number 9. The printable is loaded onto the .com. The money magnet. Count your blessings. Make a list of 10 things. Write why you're grateful. Reread your list, and at the end of each blessing, say thank you, thank you, thank you, and feel as grateful for that blessing as you can. Take any current, unpaid bills that you have, use gratitude's magical power, and write across each one, "Thank you for the money." Feel grateful for having the money to pay the bill, whether you have it or not. Take 10 bills that you've paid in the past and write across the front of each one. Write across the front of each one of them the magic words, "Thank you, paid." Feel truly grateful that you had the money to pay the bill. Before you go to sleep, take your magic rock in one hand and say the magic words, "Thank you for the best thing that happened during the day." I hope that you enjoyed this. I'm really enjoying the magic and everything that I am learning. I thought I was a very grateful individual, but it goes to show me that everyone has room for improvement. Don't forget, thank you for all the money I've been given throughout my life. All right, everybody, don't forget, Sunday night, we are going to recap, and go over. And I think that the two chapters that we're going to talk most about, and I'd like to know if you'd like to reread them together, is Magic Money and the Money Magnet. Because as a savings and budget community, and that's what I do here on my channel, is influence you, or try to inspire and be a YouTube influencer to inspire you to save money. These two chapters stand out to me the most. Because believe it or not, months ago, I talked about gratitude. And I brought that in, not knowing in a million years that we were going to read The Secret and the magic. And eventually it will be The Power. And then it will be her new book. I wouldn't have thought in a million years that this is what we would be doing on my channel. But I have to tell you, I'm loving this. The fact that I'm not doing it alone. I don't know, I find it to be more accountable when we do it together. I kind of get emotional when I go through these books. I really do. I hope that you're enjoying this. I hope that you're enjoying the printables that are over on the .com. They're under the caption, the section called The Secret, because there's both the magic and the secret over there. I can't wait to do this one. I am a online pay type of a girl, but I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to, on November 1st, I do believe I'm going to print out every bill. Every bill, I'm going to print it out this month. Well, in November, because all of our bills are paid on the 1st of the month. And that right there is magical for me. My household bills for my husband and I, my youngest son, who's a man, and my oldest son, right? And I think I'm going to write a note here. Sunday night, I want to talk about the 2 money chapters. And go over again my family's bills. I can put that out. And why they get paid on the 1st. And I'm going to use an example that literally transpired over the last 7 weeks. All right, everybody, remember this. It definitely takes a village. See you in the next one. Bye.